is Vanessa Miller, and I just wanted to take a moment to introduce you to my new book that's coming out in April. Yesterday's Promise is the first book in the Second Chance at Love series. This series really deals with women preachers and the men who love them. In Yesterday's Promise, Melinda feels called to the ministry, but Stephen doesn't believe that women should preach. This disagreement between the two causes Stephen to break off their engagement. But now, after 10 years, Stephen is back into Melinda's life as the new bishop over their fellowship, and he wants a second chance at love. However, Melinda can never marry a man who doesn't respect the call of God on her life. So the basic premise of this book, or what I want to show people, is that to love one another, the two must knock down the walls that separate them. But can the bishop finally do that for his lady? Or will Melinda have to leave her beloved church? So I came up with the idea for Yesterday's Promise while I was at a book signing at the Indiana Black Expo. There was a lady next to my table. She was signing copies of a book that talked about the struggle women face when trying to preach. Since the bishop of my church is a woman, and we have women preach at my church all the time, I had never thought anything about any struggle that women face when it came to preaching. But then a man walked into the room, and he walked straight over to Pastor Natasha Howard's table. Once he read the title of her book, he began screaming at her. He told her that she had no business trying to preach to men, and basically that women were not allowed to preach the gospel. That's when the idea for Yesterday's Promise dropped into my spirit. I wanted to write a book that details the struggles women who have been called by God have to deal with in order to preach the gospel. But this book is also for any woman who has ever had a dream and had to struggle to get it accomplished. And of course, I don't want you to forget that it's a romance also. So we'll see the dynamics between Melinda and Stephen in Yesterday's Promise, as far as they come to grips with the understanding of the call of God on women's lives, and as they come to grips with the love that they have for each other. So thank you for taking the time to listen to me, and I hope you enjoy Yesterday's Promise. Bye-bye.